those of you watching the live stream, I know it is my fault. I did pick lo-fi, but that was even a little more lo-fi than I thought it was quite mellow. It was almost depressing. We'll synth wave it up or something at the break when we hit our first one. That was a little bit extra. Paco, how are you? Good to see you as always. Good to see everybody hanging out here. Appreciate people coming in, saying hello. That was ultra low. Yeah, that was ultra lo-fi. That was so lo-fi, I think it was dead.
I was very mellow there. I wasn't quite motivated. But
but it does tie into the first beverage, which you actually mentioned. Would have been a funny way to start. You said, "I'm ready
for some liquid death."
I'm ready for some liquid death.
Yes.
Baker, how's it going? Good to see you too. I'm amazing. Oh my gosh, amazing.
I'd
love to hear that.
Wow.
Absolutely fantastic and getting better all the time. Yeah, that's one of our favorite ones to say. Good podcast evening, Beverage Brothers. Good podcast evening to you, right. Baker. Good to see everybody here this evening. We've got the usual conversation in lineup. Could be sports, could be music, could be local politics. No, it won't be that.
No. Let's not go that way.
That would be so boring. Local politics. Like, we're going to talk about Southern Arizona and what's going on. Like, wow. We literally lost the 5 people that watch.
They're out.
And 3 of them live in Arizona, which is scary. It's very sad. We got the usual things on the docket this evening. Probably talk about some TV shows. I did go see Oppenheimer last weekend. So.
I saw you tweeted about that.
So, like I said, we can talk about that. We can compare notes. Because I know you went and saw it as well. That's one of your favorite historical figures. You've got the shirts, and you've got
Bob Oppenheimer.
Yeah, and your personalized plate.
Op,
exactly. Oppie, as he was called on occasion. Yeah. Who said, "I thrive," and you? Who did say, "I thrive," and you? Who was that?
I thrive,
and you. Who was that? John Paul. That's what I'm going to guess.
I don't think he said that.
I don't think he did either. All right, I want to get to the first beverage right away as we chit chat.
Yes,
if that's
it's been
okay.
in the fridge for a few weeks, so get it out.
Okay, so it's cold then.
Since I took a picture of it and sent it to you.
Okay, since you took a picture of it. Yes. All right. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. This one right here. Every time I keep reading Liquid Death, I just think of Creeping Death by Metallica. Probably because I just bought one of their whiskeys again today. Is also sticking in there. Good evening, Guardian Down. How are you? Good to see you as always. This is called Grim Leafer.
Yes.
So it is an iced tea with agave and vitamins. I also see here on their website, which if you guys want to be following along and clicking links,
Enhanced with B vitamins.
Where is it? There it is, right there. Here's all the links to the things that we're having tonight. That link, if you go there, talks about, they have a few different ones. They have a slaughterberry, an armless palmer.
Ooh,
which that sounds like a terrible golfing accident. Okay. A rest in peach, which I think is funny. And then this Grim Leafer, where it mentions there are micro doses of natural caffeine. Ooh. 30 milligrams.
30 milligram microdose.
Enhanced with B vitamins. Is there a B12 shot in here, perhaps? No, George might be happy about this.
He would be very happy with that.
All right, let's...
Just like the mango. It's like I took a shot of B12.
Oh, you put it right on the door.
Did.
I think that was probably good because I think it wouldn't have had the height for everything else. This is a 19.2 ounce can. 19.2 fluid ounces. Okay. Murder your thirst. Literally murder your thirst. We've had several things from Liquid Death here on whether we actually did a full podcast on them. You can go back into the archives AboutBeverages.com or check on YouTube for our podcast. I want to try the Armless Palmer. I'm going to click on it just for you because I thought of that one today too. I thought it sounded good. I'm assuming it's got to be some sort of lemonade based thing.
Yeah, there you go.
These psychotic cans of half iced tea, half lemonade are dead set on using natural agave and B vitamins to savagely murder your thirst and turn its insides into balloon animals to book gigs at children's birthday parties. Wow, that is a... interestingly bold statement they have there. Yeah, it should be half and half. You never know. That's why I always had to look. My favorite thing ever. What is my favorite thing ever? The commercial that showed how to make the Arnold Palmer. It was on a sports network. You remember that commercial?
I don't.
It's one of my favorites of all time. The ESPN commercial. Yeah, I think it was Stuart Scott was in it. And it was Arnold Palmer making an Arnold Palmer. And it showed him go to the tea and then the lemonade. And then he went back to the tea for like one little tiny little shot and then did it. And they're like, awesome. That was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, they had some good commercials for sure.
A real human being. How's it going? It is good to see you. I had so many good drinks at GCX. My favorite was the Maple Manhattan, vanilla whiskey, bitters, and maple syrup.
Very nice.
Good. Ooh,
probably getting into the fall.
That sounds super delicious. We're actually going to make... And I'm sure that's why you mentioned it. We're going to make a black Manhattan this evening.
Yes.
Which TikTok has become a wealth entertainment for not only us when it comes to mixed drink, but it's starting to make content for us as well because we're able to poach off of them a little bit. But yeah, I've actually heard of the Maple Manhattan. I don't know if we talked about it or if I just have seen that recently too. And yeah, that sounds absolutely excellent. Oh, maybe it might have been someone else on Twitter mentioned that too, because they were talking about the bitters where they were using like a walnut bitters. I can't remember that. Has inspired me to start to try and make my own drinks. You should. It is super fun. It's kind of like a nice, we were talking the other day, Stoney was in here and we were talking about coffee, and I was talking about some of the love that I have for coffee is not just in the beverage itself, but it's the ritual.
Oh yeah.
The ritual of it, the boiling of the water, the appreciation, taking that time. And I know we all don't have that time, but to like slow down. Yeah. All the time. I was trying to not say it too many more times. Oh no. To just kind of slow things down, take that moment. Okay. The water's boiling. Okay. I'm going to grind the coffee. Oh, I'm going to do like all that stuff. I think is just associated with it is just so much, obviously like so many good memories with coffee, but just that in general. And that's why I like making cocktails and mixed drinks and things. It's you're putting in your own ingredients, you're putting your own spin on things. You can make it as strong as you want or put in something different because you don't have an ingredient, whatever. It's not. It's dumb. I knew this was going to be the color of tea, but for some reason, I was still a little shocked. I don't know. I was expecting
it might be clear.
Well, I guess because it was liquid death. I was like, water.
And that's the water, yeah.
Yeah, but it is tea. Like I said, I don't know why. Again. But yeah, that's how they sell these at almost 20-ounce cans. You can buy these. I don't think these are cheap. What are these? What does this come at? $2.50?
I thought it was about that. Okay. I remember thinking that all of those non-alcoholic things I bought were about the same price. So,
also, I've had a very good and smooth vanilla creamsicle ale tonight. Going to be my dessert beer for a good while until I find something better. Ooh, what was the creamsicle beer that we used to get? Was it like the Fall of Troy or something like that?
That we liked, and then.
It was a little too much. Yeah. You may not have heard that one. It was from Belching Beaver, I believe.
Beaver, yeah.
They did one. It was called the Fall of Troy. It was like a milkshake IPA thing. But they did put like orange and some cream in there. But yeah, it was almost like an orange creamsicle kind of. And like you said, it was very good, but it was one of those ones where like even like a 12 or 16 ounce can, you're like, I want to split this with a couple people because it was one of those ones that just kind of was like a little too sweet all the time.
Yeah, I haven't done it.
But it would have been great with some vanilla ice cream though, like mix that into something.
I don't know if they've done it the last couple of years, but they did a couple of years in a row.
I should go back to the regular one. Orca, hello. It's good to see you. How are you, Orca? Mountain water, flavored sparkling. This is our iced tea. Natural caffeine, B vitamins, infinitely recyclable cans, limited edition art on the bottom of each case. Well, we didn't get that, so.
I didn't get the whole case, no.
Microdose of natural, 30 milligrams per can. I wonder how that compares to actual tea. Currently sipping on a watermelon sour by 3 Notch. Lots of good beers to have in Virginia. Oh my gosh, yeah. Watermelon sour sounds delicious right now too. Like I said, we're still in hot weather here in Southern Arizona.
It's warm, although it wasn't as warm today.
Yeah, it was a brisk 105, something like that.
Oh, I didn't see it get that high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Out in the 80s, high 80s, 90s for a while, and then
need to get out more. It sounds like you're doing all right so far, but I'm not going to stop you if you want to get out and get more things because we're happy to hear about them. We love talking about that kind of stuff, especially when it's things we don't get to see. It smells good. It smells like tea. It smells like a lightly sweetened tea. That's what it tastes like with maybe a hint of lemon. It doesn't say there's any in there. Maybe it's just natural. There's something in there. It's like a little lightly sweet and like just a little lightly citrus.
Yeah, I get the tea and the sweet from the agave, but
it's good. Like it's refreshing. Yeah. I would like to try the other ones. I would love to try the Palmer. If you see that one or the Slaughterberry, like something with some fruit in it.
Yeah, I would definitely look for Armless.
Armless Palmer. Sam, how's it going? Good to see you. I was going to watch some football, but then it was 2 really bad teams that bored me. So now I'm here chilling. Okay, that's good. We are better than 2 shitty football teams. I like the sounds
2 really
of that.
bad brothers that bored me. So I went back to the football.
So I went back to the football game. I did not know I could be bored back into it. GCX has started the fire under me. Loving it. I love to hear that. That's awesome. I'm also hopeful since you're talking a lot of good flavors and taste buds. It sounds like you did not come back with anything. Like I always have, GCX was this huge convention that was last week in Florida. It's for the gaming community and stuff like that. That's kind of started. They do a lot of work with St. Jude Children's Hospital and stuff like that. So it's it's that, and then they have a big thing where it's like you can fly out and you can meet and greet create. Say hi. Okay. It's really cool. Like it would be kind of fun to attend. And I always have a lot of FOMO, as they say, where it's like, the fear of missing out. Like you're like, oh no, like I'm not seeing that. Oh, I wish I could have gone and hang out, met these people that I talked to online, all kinds of stuff. And then usually within the first week, and again, it's probably just my timeline, half the timeline, I think I might have COVID. I've got the sludge from the convention and whatever. Okay, I don't. I just have a sore throat. I have this thing, all that stuff. Oh my God!
What's the story, Noam?
It's a book.
You finish it.
Keith could never bore me. Oh my gosh! Wow. This is what I get throughout the week. Guardian Down. Thank you for the 23 months at a tier 3. I don't usually believe in love at first sight, but when I saw your green screen, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I do enjoy the follow button. The 3 pillars and the shameless plug is narcissistic. Hi, Keith. Community is what brings me back to harass Andrew, and the tasting room reminds me of my ex-girlfriend's new name when she started working at a brothel, and she hates the cans.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff in there.
I'm not going to lie. Guardian Down has gotten very impressive with some of his little goodbye things. The other day, there was like 2 days in a row, he hit on like multiple conversations that had come up during the whole show. It was absolutely fantastic and amazing. And I'm not joking at it at all. Because he always makes a joke when I'm like, oh, I'm going to call it for the day. He's like, call what? You didn't do anything. You this, that. Like he just kind of, and it was like, and it all made sense. Like it wasn't even just random stuff. It all made sense.
That all tied together quite well, actually.
It did.
That whole little paragraph.
It did. And I was glad that I was actually able to read it too. Guardian Down, thank you so much for the tier 3 subscribe. I really appreciate it. That is super awesome. Kaya, how's it going? I saw you got your computer together in Discord. Congrats on that. That is fantastic. A little dry, probably because of the agave. Maybe the tea. Like I'm feeling like my mouth is like just kind of naturally a little.
The tea could be all those B vitamins.
Could be. How much B vitamins actually is in there? Is there like a full on? Oh no. Full-on breakdown of this stuff. Flavored sparkling water by a shop in the store. No, not really. Thought they would have to like dole that out.
Right.
Maybe it's on the can. This can is tall. It should have some information. It does.
It's not. Yeah. It's Liquid Death tea, but yes, it would be dark for a water. Yes.
I thought it was going to be watercolor, but it's not. It's iced tea, agave, and vitamins. And we were just talking about there are several different kinds here as well. Rest in Peach, Armless Palmer, Slaughterberry. Of the waters that they have, sparkling flavored waters, they always had the mango chainsaw. They have a lime. They have a lime one too.
A berry, yeah.
It's a little dark. Andrew and Keith are getting plastered. Not yet. Actually, the first 2 things we've got water into a non-alcoholic beer.
Tea.
Oh, sorry. Well, I keep saying
it's Liquid Death.
Grim for iced tea, sparkling, agave, and vitamin. I mean, there's water in here. Do you think there's water?
Well, of course, the tea is made. Yes.
Well, thank you. I've been proven
the tea
barely
is made
correct.
with water. That's true.
It could be vitamins.
Something's telling me.
Joy having frame rates above 25. I bet, Kaya. That's fantastic. Your gaming is going to get even better. Darker than your Great Notion blueberry muffin. Ooh, do you still have another one of those? That was a good one. Liquid Death is the most alcoholic looking non-alcoholic drink. Yes.
Yeah, the can.
Yeah, they're very much going for that, as you can see.
With the water, they look.
Yeah. Murder your thirst, like their whole that's their marketing thing. They've really laid into they've got a lot of cool like hoodies and all that, like if you actually get into it.
And they don't like plastic.
They don't like plastic. Very much into the recyclable aluminum stuff, which is nice. But yeah, we've had both their waters, like I said, based on that was a long time ago. Backyard kind of let us know about them when we bought the sparkling water and the other one because their commercials were hilarious. But yeah, we had those. It was like they were water. They weren't worth $2.
Actually, we went to the Tears for Fears concert last year. They were selling a couple of the Liquid Deaths there, and I think I had the lime at that show.
Okay.
Yep.
Liquid so read that one. I keep getting confused when I have people bring them through my line at the store. I get that, Kai. Like, yeah, you probably like look at it for a second. You're like, wait, are you over? Oh, yeah. That's fine. Murder has such a negative connotation. I prefer to obliterate my thirst. Exactly.
Yeah,
I would agree. Obliterate your thirst is something I would rather have as well.
I agree.
Truly wet down your thirst. Make your mouth wet.
Sogify your thirst.
Moisten your tongue.
Ooh. I know some people don't like that word.
I know a lot of people.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't know why that's a word.
Quench that.
That thirst. Yeah, that is something for some people. I won't keep. I'm not going to make a joke out of it. Like, I'm not going to do like anything because I know some people don't like that word. But like, yeah, I don't. It's weird. I don't know why that's a thing. I guess it's too much like the actual Like, I don't know. It's one of those good. Well, it's one of those good words that's like, you want to know where I'm going with this? It's really new. It's like wow. Wow is a really cool word.
How I Met Your Mother. That's right. With Barney.
Was it just on that word?
Well, it wasn't just on that, but he made them sit through his one-man show, and one of the acts was him just saying moist.
And just having who didn't like it of those?
Lily.
Oh,
yes.
It's the quenchiest. That would be good too. Moisten your buds.
Moist.
That actually sounds like maybe something else.
Moist.
It was hilarious. A lot of those episodes are really good. But yeah, I don't know if it's one of those words like where the word is like the sound. That was what I was trying to get to. You know what I mean? Like where it's like, like whatever, like the bap, doink, all those kind of things. He squirted water at Lily too. Wow. That's quite a performance. Damn it, Barney. Went to a concert last year with a germaphobe. She offered me a sip of her Liquid Death. I asked her when I get to sip her real cans, and I haven't heard back from her since.
Wow.
That sounds about right. I'd rather not have a moist bud. Sounds sweaty. I know. I was going to say, it was a great show. The ending, not so much, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, you have to, pretty much it should have just ended with that, or they should have just not, the last season is not that great. But then they did something that I didn't think they could do, and then they destroy it in the last episode or two by being so stupid. So yeah,
wasn't it
very much brewing a lot of things.
Something that actually showed it differently? I remember at that time. I thought we even talked about it.
If you buy the box set of How I Met Your Mother, they actually do a version the way everybody wanted it to be. And it's on there, like it's a re-edit of the last one. I don't know if I think they may have filmed both and then picked one over the other kind of thing, right. And and did that whole thing. And yeah, it was just kind of ridiculous.
Wait for it.
Dairy. Yeah,
they stuck lactose intolerant. Dairy.
They stuck to what they wanted from the pilot episode. Oh yeah, I guess that was the way they thought it was going to go. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And every time now when I see that actress, I'm like, you got screwed.
Which actress?
The actress that played his wife then at the end.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I blame CBS. Though.
They bring you in for a short period of time and then they kill you off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they bring you in, you win America's hearts, and then what happens? Death. Liquid death.
Liquid death.
Actually, not liquid death. Some other kind of death. They strung the show out far too. Yes, I would agree. Did it wind up being? Was it 9 seasons?
9 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. They should have found what. I wonder what made them. It was like they decided at the last minute to even do it, because in that whole season too, like a lot of the characters aren't even in the same scenes together because they were already off doing other things. They already had
other things scheduled, so they had to. Yeah, Marshall, I know, is notably absent
from a lot of episodes.
It was in them, but he's like just traveling or.
Yeah. They that was very much like the what was it, 4th season of Arrested Development when they brought that back, because they had all these scenes where like they would just get a couple together and there was really only the one episode where everyone was finally in it.
Oh right.
Not the fifth. Like I never saw that 5th season they didn't they do like another season 2 after that? They did a couple seasons kind of after the show had been posthumously off the air.
I thought it was just the one, but maybe they did do it. Maybe Netflix did do another one.
I feel that there was, because then there was even one where you could go back and you could like. Remember I was talking about that, where they did like a re-edit where you could watch,
put it in order.
As
opposed to the scenes.
Yeah,
pieced everything together.
Yeah, and they made it kind of seem a little more cohesive, like someone had done that online. I like it when fan service stuff does that. I always think it's kind of interesting, as long as they're not completely disrespectful. I always think that's kind of interesting. They call it the Midwest because everything in it is mid. Skyline chili, mid. Wow, you don't like chili in the Midwest? The Cincinnati Reds, who haven't won a World Series in 50 years, mama mid.
Well, they've won one more recently than 50, but still, it's been a while. It's been a while. Mid. Yes, I know what that means. Thanks to
mid.
Yes.
Yeah. The sun keeping you hip.
Yeah. Well, with that at least.
That's it. That's the extent.
Right, it's a need to know. You don't need to know anything else right now. I'll give you one. This little nugget here.
Give you this one. Cultist, how's it going? My girlfriend just told me she loves trains and was especially fond of them in college. Who knew that I was dating a fellow logistics enthusiast? I can't wait to talk to her more when she gets back home tonight from my friend's house. Wow. That had a terrible ending. That's pretty sad.
Yes, the Cubs have won. Well, since then, yes, that's true.
One and some of the Cubs won before. The Cubs have won one since then. At least that's only been less than a decade. It's been under a decade.
We're helping someone fall asleep.
Skyline Chili is actually mid, in my opinion. Regular chili is hood. Oh my gosh, we're breaking out all the terms this evening. All the terms. Congratulations. I've chosen both of your beautiful, soothing voices to help me sleep. I love you guys. Well, I appreciate you, Immortal. Thank you. We'll do what we can. Should we start screaming for no reason?
That won't help, I don't think.
Oh my God, look out! The Cubs were 100, but it's been more recent than that.
Yes.
Someone that lives in that area, you should be nicer to your kinfolk. Yes, we need mayo. That's just another random thing, too. I like mayo. Put mayo on my sandwiches.
Of course.
Not too much mayo, though. You can over mayo.
I do like a good slathering of mayo. Why are we yelling?
I know 2016 was the most recent. I hope so. Why are we yelling about? She's full. I'm sorry. Always add more mustard to mayo. Oh, I do like mustard. I like mustard as well. A good stone ground mustard, perhaps. A little something. Someone told me yesterday they ate mayo raw. Ew, I don't know if I could do that.
Just right out of the jar.
Yeah. That seems unappealing.
Raw mayo.
There is a big trend right now. I don't know if you guys are following what's going on with the TikTok food crazes, but a lot of people are using cottage cheese all of a sudden. Cottage cheese in their dips and everything else.
Made something with that, and he said, "Yes, that is cottage cheese." And I can't remember.
Lots of dips.
Oh, a salad dress. Maybe a salad.
Well, I think it has a lot of protein in it. I guess
it does.
Okay, so it's like for those kind of lifestyle things. But people have been making the one that is interesting to me that I have bookmarked, and I was like, I feel I should try this. Have you seen? They make I mean, not that you can't eat it. You're supposedly not supposed to. It is an edible cookie dough batter, and they use cottage cheese. So they use cottage cheese, almond flour. You basically whip you whip all the liquid ingredients together, so it's like literally looks like a batter, and then you add almond flour, protein powder, like whey protein or whatever else, like vanilla or something in there, and then you put in your chocolate chips and mix it together, and then that consistency, it literally looks like cookie batter, and then people just like, because it's they love eating cookie batter, so then they just eat that, and people have been like, oh my god.
Costco had a vegan cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough, and especially right around like when COVID started, we were buying it, and I think we went through, I'm going to say 2 or 3 tubs over the course of months, but
over the course of a couple days.
But we didn't make one cookie. We would just, especially at that time, we were sitting and gaming.
It's probably a lot of that stuff. Did you look? What was in it?
I don't know what was in it, but there was just no egg. That's the only thing you have to worry about is the egg.
Right.
But yeah, we were just eating. That was all. We never made one cookie.
We never made one cookie.
No.
Not one cookie. I had an ex that would eat a portion of chips and just dip them into a jar of mayo. Yeah, I'd need some flavoring. Like obviously I do a lot of mayo-based dips, mayo and sour cream or whatever, that kind of stuff. But then there's usually other things in there. One time I ate ranch raw by accident. It was really bad. Like, what do you mean by ranch raw? Just like the powder, like that you use to make the ranch? Or just like plain ranch? Like, I mean, I could probably eat a spoonful of ranch. It would help some medicine go down. Oh, before I go, beef slices with American mustard, chef's kiss, simple but effective. That sounds all right. A little roast beef. Yeah, it's in a blender, so it winds up looking okay. Mix it together in the blender before adding the sugar and flour. Selma Fitzgerald. Ranch without anything else. Interesting. Sorry, I mean British chips, not crisp. Okay. So you mean fries then?
We call French
fries.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. So we're going back to the Pulp Fiction thing then. With their fries and mayo, which I think that's Holland, isn't it? Don't the Dutch do that? I've heard that.
And the Dutch.
There's only 2 things I hate. People's intolerances for other races, cultures, and creeds, and the Dutch.
The Dutch.
Always a good one. The Dutch do be doing that. But yeah, it actually looks really good. So I but yeah, then since then everybody's been doing like cottage cheese, and they're like making like pizza dips and stuff like that, like putting in the seasonings and mozzarella and all those other things in then with the cottage cheese. And and a lot, like I said, it all basically starts with a lot of that just being blended together. So it's not like it's, no, I like cottage cheese.
Right. Okay.
Like I said, but it's not that, and then kind of but yeah, the cookie dough one is creepy because, I mean, it makes sense, but it's like when they finish whipping, it's like, that looks like cookie dough. Like it looks kind of creepy. I love the Dutch. They are the original makers of Gouda. Wait, I said it wrong.
Gouda?
Oh, I don't know if I can do it. Kaya sent it over. This came up in chat. That actually is the correct way to say it.
Gouda.
We always no.
Gouda.
Yes. But you've got to say it with like a little bit of like in the back of the
Gouda.
Not quite that much. It's a little bit.
Gouda?
It's too much. You went further with it.
Gouda.
It's like Gouda. It's just like just a little bit.
Chowder?
Gouda. Yeah. Something like that. I was pretty close. I had it really well that day. You were very proud of me. It's in the Discord somewhere.
I remember when I see it at work sometimes, how to say the word Barossa. Remember Barossa? We were saying Barossa.
Oh,
but we got a lesson from somebody. It was
that's right.
Barossa.
Yeah, Barossa.
Barossa.
Oh, yeah. That was that was the wine, right?
Yeah.
That finally came back. Mine like a steel trap. Nothing gets out of there. Not much gets in either, though. Yeah, it's like it's how. Anyway, it was great. There was Kaya sent over, put a video in chat because it was how you pronounce a lot of different cheeses. It was this woman that was, I think she was probably Dutch. I'm assuming. I like the Dutch geographically; they're farther away from us than the French, which makes it way easier to tolerate them. Okay, that gets one of these. Yeah, exactly. That gets a little. But amazingly enough, you can still smell the French, even though that's it. Oh my God, are we being culturist or something here? I'm not sure what it is. That was good. I don't know if I'd pay $3 for that one.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
I would like to try the other ones or one of the other ones. I think if there was a little more flavor in there,
get a little. I'll get an armless Palmer,
especially the armless Palmer. Baca was interested in that one. I would like to try that one.
Yep.
But yeah, their other stuff, their waters have been good. I think we did kind of universally like the sparkling. Like we were like, oh, these are good for the sparkling water.
Yeah,
and they were.
Once again, it's just a little
more expensive. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. This. When we were at, I took Baker to Costco on Tuesday, and she bought a thing of the Waterloo.
Oh, nice.
They had the blackberry.
Was it that blackberry lemonade one still there? That's a good one.
Yep. They were actually pouring little samples. She tried one.
Oh, they back to samples. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that one because that one also had the peach in it, I want to say.
Yes, I think the peach, and then there was like a cherry lime or something.
Cherry lime. Yeah, that one's good too. Yep. I liked all those. They had a case of the Spindrift there that was a different flavor because they had the mixed pack.
Oh, it's just
the mixed pack that was on sale, but it was
grapefruit lemonade.
Yeah. It was lemonade. Was it grapefruit?
Grapefruit, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was something better like strawberry lemonade or something.
I think that's what it was.
You always want everything to be grapefruit, so you're probably correct.
I think that's what it was, though.
Have you been to Paris? You can smell the city from space. Is that true? Was Paris stinky? I make a joke. How was it when you were there? Was it just a lot of smell of cigarettes? So was it hard to kind of smell?
Yeah, there's
like everyone's on the street corners, like a lot of berets, a lot of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay,
and a lot of good smelling food as well.
Oh, okay. So you had to fight through that. You just fight through the clouds.
Fight through the clouds of good food.
Yeah, exactly. Choosing the Franks over the Dutch is like choosing the Prophet over the KGB. Like, why are we throwing all these words in chat that I have to read?
I just like bourgeois.
The bourgeois versus the streets.
Just
the bourgeois
like Simpson Bourget.
Jessica Simpson.
That little smut peddler. In a minute.
No one likes the French, including the French. I think that actually is true. I have known a few people that were actually directly in and from France, and I think they hated themselves. They were very upset. Why am I here? So how was the rest of your week? Anything exciting? Is the Murders in the Building, is that out yet finally?
It was Tuesday. We're going to let it get a couple of shows ahead.
Oh, okay, so it's not all at once.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not all at once, but we've been watching
you've got
Quarterback.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Who's in that this time? Oh,
it's the first
season. I'm
season.
not going to watch that.
No?
Not with him.
Who him?
That one guy.
Which one?
You know, the Vikings quarterback.
Oh. He's fine.
I don't believe in vaccines. Okay.
Well, he doesn't talk about that.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not talking about that right now.
I'm hiding that.
Yeah.
Bourgeois. I thought the British had a profound sense of self-loathing, but we're amateurs compared to our neighbors. Nice. You don't like Captain Kirk. I don't like people that deny science. I'm not a huge fan of them.
I'm not a fan of that.
I can work around it sometimes.
At least what they're showing in these episodes, he's, but yes.
Did you see all the people that turned that down, the show down?
Oh, no.
I forget who's in it.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And
which I heard some people saying they almost liked him less seeing him on the show.
Really?
What's your opinion of him on the show?
I'm fine with him.
I've never had a problem with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Oh, Mariota's
Mariota, yeah.
Okay, so it must be for their next season then. Because they were talking about, like, I'm sure, Sam, you obviously, since you've seen, like, you must know that some of these other ones that were in there where it was like, who was it? Because Justin Fields turned it down. Lamar Jackson has turned it down. Like they were listing off all these, so that I didn't know they already had like a season out. Like I thought they were about to start another season, like Hard Knocks. So maybe this is for a future season or whatever. But yeah, like I said, there was a bunch that had already just kind of given it away. Evening, Pocket.
Pocket's back.
Hello, how are you? Good to see you. It's the origin of how Americans say bougie or whatever. The B word for upper class, but yuppies. Bourgeois. I've seen some of it, and Kirk does have a quality that I dislike. Okay. You and I will clasp hands together on that one then there, Sam. Also because he's for the Vikings. That's also another thing, too. He's just one of those guys, like... Most average quarterback that keeps getting paid. Maybe that's my bitterness. Where's Brothers when you need him? Get mad at him. That's who he should be mad at. Brothers should not be mad at Patrick Mahomes. He should be mad at Kirk Cousins for getting paid. Yeah. Talk about a guy that makes more money that gets less.
Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie. You're bourgeoisie. I don't know what's that sounds.
Bourgeoisie. We're getting pronunciation on that word.
Oh, are we? Put it in the Discord. I don't know what you're saying. The glissando in the gunsmith has a great role today. Ooh. The glissando. I'll have to look at that. Is that the hand cannon?
It's like a different language.
Bourgeoisie. We should just like pronounce it very phonetically the way Kyle put it in chat. Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie.
Like we're from Texas.
Yeah.
Bourgeoisie, Texas. How's it going? Look at these people over here. We don't take kindly to people who don't take kindly. Reconstruction Cascade Point, the 189 strands. Oh, it's the Strand Scout. Oh, I should look at the. Oh, yes, I will take a look at that one. I have one in my vault and I can't remember what it is. But you're a big fan of the Cascade Point, though, too. Should we get an Athletic Brewing beer in here?
We should.
Should we go get
an
something?
NA beer? Yes.
I'm sorry that I majored in language and evolution of literature. Oh,
no, don't be sorry for that.
Don't apologize for that.
We love some good wordplay and word learning.
You just knew you were going to throw out some stumbling blocks for me. You did it on purpose. I feel attacked slightly. They had me a Cascade Point. Yeah, I knew they did, Sam. I knew they did. All right, we've got a non-alcoholic beer that we're going to go. Well, actually, we just need to go get glassware because the beer is already in there.
It's there.
There's at least one in there. Maybe there's two.
There's two. I brought two.
Okay. All right, we're going to drink that one down then. Yeah. I mean, we don't want. I mean, you got to drive.
I know.
This is actually great.
You can run wild.
You can enjoy the full final beverage.
I could.
I'm very excited about that. That's going to be nice.
That's true.
But yeah, let's go grab that and then we'll be right back. We'll play some music and see you soon.
That's not.
Hopefully that didn't wake Immortal up too much. But I needed a little something.
Needed a little,
I needed a little something extra. HJ, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you as always. Worst pronunciation ever. You were talking about that in chat just the other day, Guardian Down. Worcester. Isn't that how they say it? That's how the kids say it?
Something like that. Worcester sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. You say it really fast and then you're just correct with it. And then you just kind of know it. City in Seaman Alabama, they have a pronounced Leicester. Oh, I think I've heard that one too. Why can't things be pronounced the way they look?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is wrong with things? Believe me, it would be so much cooler if they just called it Lorchester. Look, it's Lorcester or Chester or Kester. There's so many options with how you can say that. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Appreciate it. We've got a beverage here.
We do have a beverage.
We have two beverages. Did you want me to open both? I mean, I'll drink a full one. I just didn't know if you were like...
Yeah, that's why I brought two.
Okay.
I
wasn't sure. Are they on the door? Are they on the door again?
They're on the door.
Okay,
They're also on the door.
Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Won't you have an Athletic Brewing IPA with Three's Company too? Chrissy is a prostitute.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what? No. Wasn't that the rest of the song? No. Mr. Roper, what are you doing? You can't just buy and sell people, Mr.
Furley, Mr. Roper. Yeah.
Well, you're just a little bitch.
Don knots in his eyes.
Multiple karaoke's on a bevy stream. This is a treat. Is it, Sam? I appreciate it. Oh, man. Oh, I'm not even going for that one. Worcestershire? Worcestershire? It's Worcestershire. You just do it really quick. You just kind of go.
Worcestershire.
So, wow, that could be deadly.
Yeah. Worcestershire. Sheer.
This is the bestishire.
Wash your sister clearly. What?
Is that how you say Worcestershire?
Wow. Do you have any wash your sister clearly sauce? What?
I can wash your sister clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all.
No, we can start with one if you want. And if,
I'm happy to open both. I just want to get them out, and all of a sudden that turns into a conversation. You're like, oh, you're opening both? Well, I know you're going to have two. It's like, oh my God, what do I have to edit now?
No editing.
Okay. You're all extending it. You all are extending the end of the word so much. Kaya, you are quite the perfectionist, and I like it. I appreciate that. Worcestershire. You just add like vibrato at the end of it.
Worcestershire.
No one says Worcestershire. No one says that. I have never heard it pronounced that way.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Whoa. Steeshire.
Whoa, Steeshire.
Steeshire. Whoa. Steeshire.
This is like nails on a chalkboard to Kaya. She's like, oh my God. They need to stop.
All right. So let's just let's pivot.
Pivot. I think we need to pivot. Yeah, let's pivot. I have taken down many of the alerts and other things. Like I said, since we were recording this possibly could turn into a podcast. We'll see how it goes.
Possibly.
There's only so many times I enjoy ripping a brewery on our show, not enjoying them. Hopefully, maybe this one will turn around. We'll see.
What happens?
That should have been my lead-in.
I thought that's what it was.
I don't know how to start
much
that
more
meme.
Freeform.
Yeah,
no, we don't want to do that. Yeah.
Can't tell you how much I hate this brewery. What a great way to start.
I just can't remember.
I am really not excited about this brewery.
Well, that's why I didn't know. I thought it might be the one we opened with, or we didn't even record.
Pivot because it's almost bedtime.
We just, we just try it.
Literally messing up my text because you're doing the literary equivalent of nails on a chalkboard. I'm glad we're here for you, Kaya. Oh, man. Slight blur there for a second.
So we'll start out.
Is this thing on? I want to smell everything at the same time. I'm glad we can joke around it, of course. I can't tell you how much I hate this brewery. Wow, the only thing worse you could say about their product is stating that it tastes like acid in your mouth. Oh, there's worse things I could say. But you're on the right track, though, Culties. I'm trying to remember how many beers have we actually had from this brewery?
It's a good question. I don't know if we've actually turned any into a podcast or not. I know we've done some recording because I think we had I had a 4-pack, and I can't remember if it had 4 different ones or 2 different.
We've tried at least, I want to say 2 or 3.
Yeah.
How many of these have been have had alcohol in them?
None.
Okay. Is that like what this brewery does? Is that what we're saying?
I believe so.
Okay.
Athletic.
They're kind of like, you're an outdoorsy, you're a woodsman,
right.
You're on the camping trail, maybe you're building a log cabin, and you need a beverage.
Or running or whatever, doing something.
You could be running. Yeah. Could you be walking?
You could be walking.
Could you be skipping?
If that's your thing.
Jump rope.
Yeah, it's all part of it.
All options that could be had if you are enjoying one of these beers. This one that we're about to have gets a lot of awards, so hopefully maybe this is the one that we have missed out on. So we've got a non-alcoholic beer, an IPA, in fact, for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today is the Athletic Brewing Company Run Wild IPA. And why are we about this today?
Yeah, why are we about this today?
I'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah. You've been talking about this one for a little bit, right?
We're always, I think in general, we're still trying to figure out what it is about non-alcoholic beer. And why some people like certain ones, because we've only really had one that we liked.
I would agree.
And so this is one that one of my coworkers, he's been talking about it quite a bit.
And they are building a log cabin as we speak.
Yes. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to review. Actually, no, there's another one too, the Brooklyn Brewery. We like that one too.
That's true. That one also is not bad.
One. But so I thought, you know what? It's easy. It's at the store. I'm going to get it. Try it. Spoiler alert. have tried this recently.
Oh no!
I know.
Oh my gosh!
That's why I didn't know it was turning into a podcast.
You couldn't wait.
I didn't know
Something this exciting that we're so excited for. Look at all the awards. Why would this not be a podcast for someone like us?
I did not realize it would be a podcast worthy.
That's all right. All right, I'm going to grab them out of the fridge and then we'll start actually trying it.
Let's do it.
Is it called athletic because it tastes like athlete's foot and sweaty gym socks, Keith? Wait, don't give it away. I effing love this one. Okay.
This beer or our podcast? We are entertaining
Both.
as F.
Let's go with both. Don't answer it, Guardian Down. Just let it live in my head that you're enjoying both.
Usually this beer does not end up on the beer arc.
It would be like down here in the stomach area.
It's the invisible one over here.
Yeah, exactly. All right. You can pour your own beer then. I appreciate Keith's enthusiasm, but it's a bit of a spoiler that Bevs would rather watch the USA women's football team take a penalty shootout again rather than drink this beer. It's overselling it a little bit. We've just not enjoyed them too much. All right. You actually brought over 2. That's how much you're already teasing that I think you like this one because you're giving me an entire beer and you wanted one for yourself.
I figured since it was non-alcoholic, even if you felt even if you were mid about it.
Oh, okay. The term
you
of the
might
day.
want to drink the whole thing. So I don't know.
For a split second, I almost thought they were different colors, but they're not.
I just didn't fully pour mine out.
That's all right. No, I have the reason we keep trying so many of these. I've made a lot of jokes here is because we'd like to. People do ask us about, do you have non-alcoholic recommendations?
Right.
We want to find good ones of these that I can be happy to say, like, you know what? If you want to be able to have a beer at a party, or if you want to take something with you, or if you like these flavors but can't or don't want the alcohol, here's a good option for you. Like, I want to find some like this. We've been kind of unlucky with the one spirit that we've tried. I have a couple other options that I want to try at some point. And like I said, again, we've found maybe 2 of these that have been good. They still haven't been like amazing,
right?
Which I'm sure it's very hard to do. So I appreciate that people are trying to do this, but I still need to be critical if I want to drink it or not.
Correct. Because there are other options that don't have alcohol, like things that never had alcohol to begin with.
Right. And those are also delicious.
Yeah.
Oh no, non-alcoholic. Is it fizzy, fruity, like Ash from Hell? Bevy's looks more carbonated and fizzy. I may have poured mine a little more aggressively.
I think a little more of a vigorous pour.
Sam Adams, non-alcoholic hazy IPA. Write it down. I definitely have not had that one, so we should try that one. I wanted to ask you, but I couldn't know if you remember. What was the other one we liked? It was the blonde because it was like a Berliner Weiss style.
There was the.
That's probably been my favorite.
The Busty Lush one. Yeah, that was like a Fruitlands from Modern Times, that sort of sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one has been absolutely my favorite and was an easy recommend. Like I said, but it is more of a sour Berliner Weiss kind of style. And so maybe that's why it worked as well as it did. But that was a non-alcoholic one. And I like that one a lot. Is Shandy. Oh, the one from Sam Adams is Shandy-ish. Okay. The only way for me to book it down is to actually write it down. So I will look at it and bookmark it. Tax refunds must have hit. They aren't splitting one for once. I just saw that.
Finally, we got enough people subscribing to the channel.
Exactly. So. It was the one Guardian Down just did put us over the top. I was like,
that's right.
That was why I asked Keith. I was like, can we actually do 2 this time? And you're like, you know what? Because of that, we can.
Well, I rarely buy things at Trader Joe's for the show.
Also
no, that's not true.
Also that. Did you get this at Trader Joe's?
I did.
Okay.
So I was able to save an extra
Sam Adams,
50%. No, 20%.
In a easy. Just the haze, non-alcoholic. Okay. I am bookmarking this because I don't want to forget it. Done. I think the lesson is that you don't have to have alcohol to have a good time, but the lack of it sure does make you a grumpy son of a bitch. I'm proof.
That's it.
That's it. I knew it. Yeah. Perfect.
Blink, 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 blink.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yep.
This is going to be a funny observation. It's very weird for us to do the sniff as we've done. Usually we split to have this much beer in my glass.
I know. Oh, gosh.
Because usually we split the beer and now we're actually each having a beer. So it sounds silly, but anyway. Smells nice. Smells kind of very West Coast IPA. Like some nice pine aroma in there. little bit of fruit. No, that actually smells good.
It smells like an IPA.
It does smell like an IPA. Yeah. Is that what you thought too?
That's what I thought.
You're all, nah.
No, that's exactly what I think.
I thought it smelled like peanut butter. Should we taste though? Find out if the actual proof is in the tasting pudding?
We must.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen Bev eat grumpy. Besides that time I made Bevy run a GM right off the bat. It wasn't a GM, it was a mission. You literally walked in, you're like, you're on Destiny, right? You're like, I need this mission. I was like, okay. It was a lot. It was a lot. Mel, how's it going? Hey, first time I see you live with your brother. Yes, this is my brother Keith. The other half of About Beverages. Most people say the better half of About Beverages.
Those people are wrong.
It's up there. It's up there for sure. We're at least 50-50.
The less seen.
The less seen. Yeah, and that's why they like you.
It's the mystery.
It's the mystery.
I'm an enigma.
It's a mystique. You're wrapped in a riddle.
That's right.
Yeah, legend difficulty, light fall, repeatable. Exactly. It was fine. You got me going. It was good, Kaya. It was all right. I was trying to see the ABV on here.
The ABV on the non-alcoholic beer.
0.5%.
Probably,
that's that whole business again. Yeah,
I probably have to do that.
Oh, this is the low calorie thing too. 65 calories.
65 calories.
14 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein. Okay. Got into Destiny after watching you play it? Oh, nice. I love to hear that. Well, I should say I'd love to hear that as long as you're enjoying playing it. If you didn't, then it's not my fault.
I curse you for getting me involved in this.
I curse you. Oh. Damn you. It's great. Okay. I'm glad it's great. I'm glad it's great. Perfect. This non-alcoholic beer has roughly 10 grams of cocaine to balance it out and make it right. Oh, man. I like to snort my non-alcoholic beers. Cut them up. Look at, he cuts them up in nice little lines. It's sugar for the morning cereal. Next week I need to do a GM with Stasis. I'll get the title afterwards. Oh, is that what we need to do? We need to do a GM with Stasis. What is the GM next week? I'm trying to see where it is. It's in between those two, I think.
Yeah. In there.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Okay. And?
So this has a little bit of that kind of sunflower seed thing in it again.
I even got that in the aroma.
I don't know what that is. I've gotten that out of a lot of different beers. Like, so there's something in there. Like I said, when the malt is just like a lighter amount, like, because this is also kind of more of the low carb, calorie one as well. Hence Athletic Brewing. So not just the non-alcoholic. This is the best one I've had from them. I'm still not a huge fan of it because it's like, it's a weird like half step for me. Like I almost want this to either be lighter and be like the Pueblo Vita spritz that we had, where it's like very easy drinking and it's just like, and that was like a sparkling hop water. So I either want that, where it's just like very refreshing, or it's like I feel like I'm missing some flavor here. Like, so it's an interesting half. I think it's a lot better than what I have had from them previously, and this is definitely my favorite. Like if someone did say like, oh, I really want one from them, which one should I get? So far this would be the one I'd recommend after having 3 or 4 of them. But yeah, for me it's interesting because it feels like it's this weird little middle area where it's like, okay, it's not quite as full flavored as I would like it to be since it's a beer, but it's not quite under flavored enough where it could just be more of like a refreshing water. So I don't know where we're.
I was really, because I thought we had this before. But then I was like, well, maybe we haven't, but I knew we've had other things from them. And I went into it with very low expectations, but I was like, I'm going to try it. And I was pleasantly surprised. I get the things you're talking about. I like that there is a little bit of bitterness to it. And so it has a little bit of grip on the back of your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, there's not it's not super like complex or a lot going on. There's not much front palate. It's all back. But I, and like my coworkers, he's like, drink it really cold. It's got to be really cold. Well, I mean, of course that's going to change things, but I was pleasantly surprised, but I had my expectations kind of low. But it's one I would say, you know what, as far as what I've had, it's right. It's in there. I get what you're saying about that refreshment, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
I think, kind of like, because what you said, that since it is so much just on the back, where it's like I just get the bitterness in the other things. Yeah, it's like that's where maybe that's why I'm feeling like, oh, I wish this was just lighter and super refreshing, but still had the, like I said again, like the hop water kind of thing. Or for me, let's add a few more grams of carbs and a little more calories, and let's have like a little bit more complexity where it's like, oh, that really is. Yeah. And again, maybe that's just not possible. Again, I've never brewed a non-alcoholic beer, never even thought about doing it, but I'm glad there are people out here trying to do this and obviously getting better at it. And this is one, at least from what we've had, this is definitely an easier recommend from them, to be sure. If you want to see the other ones that we have had in the past, like I said, I can't remember if we actually did do podcasts per se of them, but they might have been on our full live shows. Yeah. Those aren't actually on our website, aboutbeverages.com. All the other stuff is, if you need recipes or any of the other drinks, not just beer, but whiskey, water, sodas, all kinds of things. If you want to find those, you can definitely search for them in the archives at YouTube and look up the ones we had. Because I know we had one that was probably the stout or something like that too, didn't we? Because it was definitely different, heavier things. Maybe a porter.
Yeah, there was something in there. Yeah, there was something darker.
So go search in the comments and let us know what we did, because we forget things. And let us know what you think. If you've had other things from them, if you have a favorite non-alcoholic beer, we've been live in chat for a little bit. People have already been making some suggestions, which is awesome. So we're making a list of some other ones to try that we can look for that are fairly universal, at least in the US, that we can probably find. So we'll have to go looking for some of those. If you only want audio versions of all the stuff that we do, Google Podcast, iTunes, Spotify are the great places to go for that, along with some other social media things, right?
The three pillars of social media, which for us, I'm not going to say anything more than the three, which are TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most often to keep you up to date on what is going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific time. So when we get together, try beverages of all kinds, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, waters, slushies, beer, everything. Get together, try those, hang out with everyone who drops in and chat and have some fun conversation. Also, throughout the week, Andrew's going to keep you up to date on what he is doing in the gaming world and what beverage he will be drinking while he is doing that. So for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is a podcast. The three pillars. Amel, I will get you with your Frasier redemption. Sorry, when we are recording the podcast, I turn off some of the alert things. Also, sometimes Trigger Fire just doesn't work. So could be one or the other. But I will get you for that, though. I appreciate that. Is it mid? No, it's better than mid. Like I said, I definitely, of the ones that I've had, this is one of the better ones. I still think my favorite one is the Blanc, just because that one's like, again, even though it's not maybe what some people would say is a true beer, it's a Berliner Weiss style. Like I think that one just is very accurate to it. So then it's like I can just enjoy that and not even like, oh, it happens to be non-alcoholic. Yeah. This I would have to actually make like a commitment to being like, I want something non-alcoholic, so I'm literally pushing aside all the things I normally enjoy drinking, and come to find this and go like, oh, this one is pretty good.
He was saying, my coworker was saying that he likes, I guess they have a hazy. And then he also said there's a shandy that they have, but that's going to be helped out by the addition of lemonade, I'm guessing. So, he also suggested adding a grapefruit, adding grapefruit to this. So, anyway,
did he suggest that, or did you suggest that?
No. I'm trying to pull back from my grapefruit obsession.
So I'm going to mention this. I don't think I would like that because it's already bitter.
As I say, it's going to make it more bitter, but
that seems like, and again, not that I'm completely against that, but I feel that would be a little extra. It would be another level of bitterness there. Let me find, where are you, Frasier, Civil War?
You're changing the cooldown?
Yeah, I'm trying to do the redemptions now right away so it doesn't... there it is. We got this, chat. We got this. Save.
We'll let Fraser settle it. Which civil war was more interesting? Spanish. But I don't have time to prove
it. Niles is about to offer him choices.
I know.
Which was...
Yeah. There's so many good things to that one. There's so many good things to that. And edit, hold, wait. Now I got to put it back. Boop, boop. Okay, good. All fixed. Perfect. The 3 pillars. I call it Elon squared. Have you tried Dutch beers other than Heineken? Mel, I'm trying to think what else we've had.
I don't know if we have.
I don't know if we, and not even Heineken in a very long
Amstel,
time.
Grolsch. We've had those back in the day.
Bev, you doing all right today? Next God, I am. I am doing pretty well. How are you? Oh, it looks like the word melon with a naughty word.
You all right today?
You all right today? Wow, I haven't thought about that in a while. Grolsch, Bavaria. Grolsch we probably have had, right? At some point?
Yeah, because it
probably
used
not
to
like a
have the
podcast.
cute little,
yeah, the pop. Little pop things on
those
there.
bottles were cool.
Pro tip for your Heineken, add some lime. I used to find it quite delightful when I drank. Yeah, I'm just not that that is very much on the lighter style of stuff that I just don't really usually
Challenge
consume.
Accepted.
About me saying to give more beer option selections.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's good. Got orientation set up for GE, so hopefully I get the job and I can be able to get an X Series and come back to Destiny. Nice, next guy. That's awesome. Congrats. Congrats. That would be fantastic. Not only to come back to some Destiny, but also getting the job. Always good things. So this one you sell at Trader Joe. What else do you sell from then at Trader Joe's?
Just this one.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, it just showed up.
They have it for
a month or so ago.
$11.89 for a what's this, 6-pack?
For like 10.
Wow.
I know.
This is even with crazy subscriber discounts.
Crazy subscriber discounts.
Maybe that includes shipping. You can actually order directly from them, which is interesting.
Oh.
I had another thing again the other day. So obviously in like a week or so, I'll finally be trying that Origin whiskey with Cope.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be trying that.
The mother's milk.
Yeah. They delivered that. And again, it was another one that's alcohol. No signature. They just dropped it off. I don't know what's going on with these shipping companies. Huh. It's so weird. I'm trying to fit in here, Bevs. The hardest thing I do these days is flavored sparkling spring water. You are literally killing me. Flavored sparkling spring water sounds good. Tell me about what kind of flavors do you put in there? I enjoy fruitier beers. If there's too much hops, it tastes like how paint thinner smells. So it just depends. Again, Kaya, that's like kind of one of those big generalizations where it's like, depends on the type of IPA or hops that they're using in there, because you can have hops that literally smell like this smells like orange juice or grapefruit or lemonade. So it doesn't have to kind of smell like that. But I also enjoy a lot of fruitier beers though too. I like sours and all those kind of things. At the moment, I'm going through a raspberry and lemon fit. That sounds
At the moment.
Yeah, I know. That's Why was that capitalized?
At the moment.
Why can't I control the volume of my voice?
Yes.
At the moment, I'm going through raspberry and lemon fit. That sounds fantastic. No, I love like fresh, like I said, water stuff like that. 100%. Do you make your vinegars anymore?
No, I haven't made those in a long time.
God.
I know.
Loud noises. I love lamp. Exactly. I was sorry. Yeah, you were into that for a little bit.
For a little bit.
It was about 4 minutes there.
Yeah.
When we did the podcast, you were very excited.
About 4 minutes about what? 8 or 9 years ago.
8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Go to the archives and find out when Keith used to love vinegars.
To make shrubs.
To make shrubs. That's what it was. That was the term, right?
Yep.
Shrubs. A shrubbery.
A shrubbery.
She'll cut down the tallest tree in the forest of the shrubbery. No, yeah, it's the same olfactory?
Probably olfactory.
I was going to say olfactory, but I've been criticized a lot tonight on my pronunciation thing.
Olfactory.
My olfactory. Since it makes dry wines taste like poison. Oh my God, that sounds terrible. I apologize for that. Pickling is a fantastic hobby for the middle-aged man.
That sounds like a funny t-shirt.
Can we write that down for a shirt, Cultist? Pickling is a fantastic hobby for the middle-aged man.
Pickling.
It just shows like a barrel of whiskey. Like you're pickling your liver.
Yeah. For the middle-aged gentleman.
For the middle-aged gentleman.
And will there be pickling for the middle-aged gentleman?
There be pickling. I am actually going to write that down. That's hilarious.
Will there be?
Will there be pickling? There will be blood, and will there be pickling?
Will there be any more bees?
I like sweet wines. Wait, you like sweet wines, but you just said they taste like... Oh, dry tastes like poison. Okay.
Poison.
That's funny, though, because sometimes people kind of blend together sweet and dry, though. Because sometimes if something's really sweet, it can dry you out. So sometimes, like, there can be that little crossover. I've had people, like, describe one thing and then they mean the other and vice versa.
Yep. Well, that's the challenge of anything, really, food related, or to be on the same page with your terminology.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly, it is me. And I'm good. How are you? We got more people dropping in.
Holy moly.
Holy
oh, my
moly.
God. Holy moly. Brothers, how's it going? Good to see you. So like sweeter wines. So you're talking what your Gewürztraminers, I know my mother-in-law loves Moscato. I think that's her go-to ask.
The
anytime.
Rieslings. The Rieslings.
Any Riesling, yeah, anytime.
Adult grape juice.
It tastes like adult grape juice.
The Lambruscos.
Oh, yeah, the Prosecco maybe?
Well, Prosecco's a sparkling white, usually, like a sparkling white.
Oh, what are the ones you used to get at
Prosecco.
churches where it was always like looked like grape juice? Like
Lambrusco.
Oh, was that Lambrusco?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that we did that for a Chilled Wines podcast way back in the day, because I got that recommended to me by the guy.
Well, I remember that was like,
Yeah.
that seemed like it was like at get-togethers like for like months.
Lambrusco?
Like it was like, oh my God, again?
Well, it's low alcohol. It's delicious.
What is that made with?
Grapes.
Well, I mean, is it like a certain type?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to look that up.
Didn't know if that was like an ice wine kind of situation. I'm awake and just got done grinding nearly 10 hours of Master Grass for Artifice Armor on my Warlock. Yes, you read that, Bev. I love Titan, but on my Warlock now. She needs playtime. She gets 40 hours against my 5. She just got to up that just a little bit, brothers. I get it. My grandma likes dry white wines. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. These wines aren't better than I ever did.
Oh, wow. Elton John. Okay. So you're going to go with Eric Clapton.
Oh.
Fooling around, I can't stand.
We don't talk about Eric Clapton around here anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah.
Damn it, Eric Clapton.
He's another one of them.
He is. He wrote a song. He was so much like that.
Wow.
Did we get a concert tonight? Just for you, Crazy. Just for you. Still standing after all this time. That's right.
Picking up the pieces of my life. Without you on my mind.
Favorite wine is a Cab Little Sauvignon. Okay. All right. I don't want Well, you're more than welcome to redeem that if you choose, though. It's in there in the Redemptions RX. You can do it.
We're singing Elton John right now. It's good. You
can't say the name of your favorite wine just because you can't pronounce it, or because it's a secret?
The favorite one that I can't say.
I can't say it. It's wrong. Well, now we just have to do it. Now we might as well do it see if it actually works.
And if they want to drink Merlot, we're drinking Merlot.
No, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Okay. Relax, Miles. Jesus, no Merlot.
No, I can't say. It's Frisky Beaver. Oh, that's amazing.
Do you have any hobbies?
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
It's true. They do. Frisky Beaver. I mean, we were talking about Belching Beaver earlier, the brewery. Yeah. So it's like it's all fair game.
Combine the two.
Frisky Belching Beaver. I think that'd be a different word actually if your beaver's actually belching.
Yes.
A concert tonight. Let me get my vans. Oh my God! Oh Lord!
Whoa!
Some people like to get out a guitar. Some people like to get out a harmonica. Guardian Down likes to get out Vaseline.
Twitter blue.
Twitter blue. That's an intriguing one. Anytime there's a sommelier at a restaurant, I say, I like Merlot because I like Merlot of wine. Why don't we get any fresh wine in here? Where's that fresh wine? I don't want any of this old stuff.
Yeah.
Quit giving that to me. No, I'm going to guess if you're actually talking to sommelier, there's probably very few laughs there. That is probably very true. That's probably very true. Oh, the concert. That's the same.
I think almost the whole thing. So that's not a big.
Yeah, I don't think it, like, again, it was not like I said, it's not bad. Like I said, it's definitely they're getting better.
Yes.
They're getting better at their craft.
They're figuring it out.
Merlot, more like Merlit. Oh, that depends on how if you go through the whole bottle, I suppose.
Merlot again, Merlot.
That's pretty good. Yeah. I like that.
And we've done that for a while at work.
Have you? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Feels good you drank you again, Merlot.
I think about you all the time. Wait.
I wish someone was here to tell us more about great wine at Trader Joe's. My God,
I wish someone was too.
Here.
Oh wait, no. Okay.
Oh man, RX, I think you found just the right place. Has anything else like come in new lately? Weren't we going to have a wine at some point that was in the flyer? That was also the tease for this.
Well, we were talking about that or the old fashioned, the pre-made cocktail.
Oh yeah, we talked about, that was a discussion,
and also revisiting the water podcast.
Oh yeah,
so we had those.
But what was the wine what's in the flyer? This week?
It's there's a couple of them, but the one we were talking about was the Grand Reserve Zinfandel.
Oh, I always
love the dry
Zinfandel is usually always what I go for. Has Keith ever tried Merlot?
What is?
I don't know why that's been making the rounds on TikTok again.
Merlot.
Yeah, it's like a wormwood liqueur.
Oh yeah, no, I have not had Merlot.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about a weird spelling of Merlot, but we're not. No, I have not had Merlot. Milady.
Are you going for "We Care a Lot," Sam? Like I don't know what you're going for with that song. I'm trying to get Merlot. No, I don't know.
We get Merlot.
If there was a concert, I'd bring my cowboy boots with a flask hidden in them because I ain't paying $5,000 for a beer. Well, that seems like a very expensive beer. And they are pricey there, though. Why is that man taking off his boot again?
Yeah.
Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Oh my God. The boot beer. It's bad. Merlot is like gasoline and sweat. That sounds terrible. But it's been in some cocktails and stuff lately for some reason. Don't ask, don't tell. Yeah, that's what the boot's about.
Merlot.
He took off his boot again. He's got so much in there you can hear him sloshing when he walks.
Ugh.
That's how much liquid he's got in there. Gives new meaning to boot, scoot, and boogie. All right. The only thing I know is I need some alcohol.
I was going to say, do you want to get rid of that taste?
I need a mixed drink. Yeah. I need something that has got a lot of alcohol.
I'm looking forward to this.
So yeah, final beverage of the evening. I saw this. There is a couple different people, thankfully, that I have stumbled upon on TikTok. That, like I said, there's not just a bartender, which we've done a few things from them. So terrible. Do you remember the name of the person he always mentioned? It's like the Educated Barfly or something like that. I think is actually what the name of his TikTok is.
Oh yeah, you sent me the link.
But anyway, so he did a drink called a Black Manhattan. And I was like, oh, obviously I drink Manhattans often. I like Manhattans. Like I said, I think they're great.
The Educated Barfly. Yes.
Okay. So I was correct. So it's one, like I said, so that's a cocktail I like anyway. I've usually been using rye whiskey in it as well because I like that little bit of added spice. And so as soon as I saw this one come across, I was like, okay, well, what's in this? And then I knew as soon as I saw one of the ingredients that Keith would be very excited
Between
about
the two of us, we had everything.
We had pretty much everything. I did have to go out and buy bitters today because I'd used up my last, but that's fine. I needed to buy some anyway, so it was an excuse. But it's, like I said, the normal bitters. Like I said, we're going to use rye whiskey. I've got Wild Turkey 101 rye, which is, like I said, a good mixing whiskey for the most part. I also bought another bottle, but it's not a rye today, but so we won't use that one. And then the switch out. So instead of sweet vermouth, it is
Amaro.
You had to think about it.
I was reading chat. I didn't realize you were going to kick it back to me there.
This man doesn't listen to me.
No, I was reading and listening, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, he's kicking it back this way. All right. Yes. And then I was like, what did it? And the last thing I heard you say was sweet vermouth. I'm like, what? Sweet vermouth? No, Amaro. Okay.
Whew, this guy.
You almost had to wait till Amaro for my answer.
I did. So anyway, like I said, so that is what we're going to do. We're going to go get that mixed up and put everything together. And we'll talk about the recipe once again because we'll record it for a podcast. But yeah, I thought it sounded interesting. I'm slightly nervous. Like I'm happier that we're using this Amaro and not Campari.
Yes.
But I'm still a little nervous because I'm like, that's going to be a lot of bitterness. And then maybe the rye wouldn't be as good. But I think they even mentioned, like in the recipe that I have the link to there, it's not from the Educated Barfly, but it's the same recipe. I think they even mentioned rye whiskey as well. So we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. Chat will give Keith the cue. It's his turn. He'll be like, Keith, Andrew's asking you something.
I'll be reading. Thank you. Oh yes, thank you for the cue.
He's not two-stepping. He's mixing the martini in the boot. That's really good. Has TJ's ever had a bad what?
I believe it's Higondas, or it could be pronounced differently than that, but that's a French wine. We've had a couple of them, but I've never had it. I'm not really, I don't drink a lot of French wine. And the ones that we have, when we've had them, they do not sell well.
Probably because no one can pronounce them.
Could be.
Shaken, not stirred already. Keith, it's your turn to take over the gaming side of the channel.
Oh, good Lord.
See, we're switching everything around.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
just going to start showing up for a week.
You don't want that.
He'll come over here in the mornings. People throw things at Harry Styles while on stage so much he's gotten the skill of hacky sacking things away or catching beer cups and drinking. It's so ridiculous. Why is that the new trend of like, I mean, you used to see like when you'd be at rock concerts, you'd see a water bottle fly up on stage or whatever else. But like now, why do people throw shit at other, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're just going to eventually ruin it where people won't do live concerts or they'll put up some stupid wall or something. Like it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is there Arizona made Amaro and vermouth to make a full Arizona Manhattan?
Probably not Amaro. Maybe somebody makes a vermouth
whiskey for sure we could get. Vermouth maybe at a winery.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'd have to look into that. That would be interesting, like Arizona cocktails or something like that, all locally sourced.
Arizona takes Manhattan.
Ingredients. Arizona takes Manhattan. On that note, we'll be right back. Throw your bras, show your tees. Wow. Don't ruin it for everyone else. I agree. Yeah. Although depending on who's showing off their tees and throwing their bras, maybe they have ruined it for everyone else. It's always a distinct possibility for sure. Thank you guys for hanging out. We are back once again. I think it's the reason I can't do somersaults or cartwheels like I used to. I've also never done a backflip because I was scared I'd hurt myself by accident. I would land on my head or something like that. Did you ever jump on a trampoline when you were a kid? Did you ever do like at someone's house?
Yeah, but nothing like other than probably jumping straight up and down.
Okay. You didn't do anything
just fun stuff like that.
Sometimes equally as scary though when you get it going where like if two people are jumping and you get that extra sprint. Oh my God, that's going to be nerve wracking.
Yeah.
I have nothing else better to do. Oh man. I tell you. All right, we are back. We've already made the drink, which normally we would wait and do our little intro and stuff like that, then go make the drink, but I forgot. And Keith said to just go ahead because he's like, let's just not even bother talking that much because he just doesn't care about the audience. He's just going to get into it.
We'll just be drinking when the podcast starts.
To start, like, just like, oh, hello.
Hello.
That's how we do our quick videos.
Guess what we've had?
Guess what we've had.
Why don't you join us?
So earlier this week, TikTok struck gold for me once again as I have been enjoying many a cocktail review from a couple different people. This one coming from the Educated Barfly. And after I saw it and saw one of the ingredients, I immediately sent it to you.
That's true. That's the one ingredient I brought to the party today.
That is true. It is a riff on a classic Manhattan. This drink has been around for a little while, but not as long as some people seem to think that it has. So we've got a little black Manhattan, I guess, for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And as Andrew said, the beverage we're about today is the Black Manhattan.
It is. Here's a picture of the ingredients that I took.
They are. Hey, that's my phone you used.
Oh my God. That's me.
That's your countertop.
That is my countertop.
Look at all those things.
Look at all those things. So this is all that is in the beverage. We have assembled those in our glass already. We already went ahead and mixed them, got everything done. But like I said, we've got orange bitters. We've got regular Angostura bitters. We've got Wild Turkey 101. This was the rye that I currently had that I used for mixing. You could use something else, obviously, or if you don't like the rye extra spice that these add to the drink, you could do something else. But every recipe, including the one we have a link to, mentioned the rye. And then, of course, the Amaro that you've brought to the table. We did a podcast on this a few weeks ago. Can go in the archives, I would assume, right? To check that out, I would think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I checked it out. Actually, I saw that it was there. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Recently.
You did write about it, though.
I did write about it.
You did write
absolutely.
about it.
I did that.
And this is actually, this your second bottle?
That is my second bottle. I've been enjoying the Amaro Spritz quite a bit.
That's awesome.
I'm using it with either Pellegrino or Gerolstein or some sort of sparkling water. I haven't gone back for the club soda. Just something that has a little mineral content in it. And yeah, I put my shots in there, and then I just keep adding water to it as I drink it down. It is quite beautiful and refreshing.
And also, speaking of that, a mixed drink that we may do at some point as well could be the other one that I sent you that involved Amaro too, didn't it?
Did that one have Amaro? It had Aperol.
Oh, that had Aperol.
Yes.
Which that is not an Amaro.
That's true. It is a type of Amaro. Yes, that's right. It's on that lighter, more orangey side of the
which there was some
there.
citrus in it, and it was literally like a smoothie. It was like, or not even a smoothie, like an icy kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looked delicious. Maybe we'll get to that
with
one at some point.
xanthan gum powder.
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't even know you could buy that.
It didn't. But again, appreciate, like I said, make sure you go check out those couple TikTok creators. Like I said, that information is always in the video and stuff like that we talked about. They've been very, very kind to be able to get to see some of that stuff. So we have made the beverage. We did not go with any kind of pretty coupe glass. Just went with a little classic rocks glass.
Yes.
We did garnish with a Luxardo cherry, which I should have pictured here. I did not put that in the picture. Yes. I apologize. I have made mistakes.
You have erred.
I've erred. The erred is human. I'm slightly scared. I like rye whiskey. I'm a little scared at how bitter this could be because I like the sweet vermouth like complexity balance. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like spice on top of bitterness on top of whatever else because there's not really a sweetener, like I said, but there is a little dash of the bitters in here as well. What are you thinking? Your thoughts?
No, I'm ready. I like rye, good. Amaro, good.
Yeah, for you,
bitters,
Amaro, good. All right, let's just get to the aroma then. Keith is a little mouthy tonight. I think we need cardboard Keith. He is much more quiet.
Yeah.
We do have cardboard Keith every
and
once in a while.
And this is more like a Boulevardier.
That's correct, RX. It's in the ballpark of that.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the sweet vermouth.
That does still have sweet vermouth.
Right.
The I said, that is,
that's what you'd have to add to this.
Could be Campari. Like usually it's Campari, and then this one. Amaro, Aperol, Campari, and rye is the New Orleans version of a Negroni. Oh, interesting. So we have 4 different. Or are you saying any one of those?
And rye.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'm getting mostly Amaro, and I would say bitters, and then there's a little whiskey kind of at the end. I would say those things are the dominant for me. I'm getting like some herbal, a little cinnamon. A little of the orange, like I said, the bitters for me because I smelled them earlier. So I kind of I think maybe that's why I'm picking up on those into the like spiciness and then a little bit of whiskey.
I actually am getting the aroma of the cherry in there too.
Oh, probably. Those Luxardo cherries, man, they're good.
That and I get the rye and then a little bit of the bitter in there. I don't get as much. Yeah, I do. There's a little bit of the Amaro, the bitters of that. But yeah,
it smells good.
It does smell good.
I'm actually very excited. This smells pretty good.
All right, so now you're back.
I'm back.
You're not as afraid.
It's right. Every time they think I'm out, Amaro pulls me back in. You ready?
Yeah.
I'll take a cherry, hold the Manhattan. You could. Those cherries are delicious. Wild Turkey 101 is a fantastic expression now that High West is trash whiskey. I haven't had any High West in quite a while. Planty, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you? Yeah, I've been, like I said, it's a pretty good mixer, especially at that price. I bought a bottle of the Old Fitzgerald. They're bottled in Bond, which is also around like $23 or $24. Not a rye, but that one. So I'm interested to see at the party. Maybe I'll wind up making a Manhattan or a mixer or something like that. So I'm interested to see how that goes. How's your evening going, Planty? It's good to see you. Doing well.
Yeah, doing well. Having a good evening.
Glad I made it. I'm glad you made it too.
That's
good awesome. Chat. That is awesome. Planty is always pushing for the amaretto sour. That we need to have that at some point. Big fan of the amaretto sour.
The part about that makes me nervous is the amaretto. Oh, wait.
Like the Di Serrano amaretto.
Yeah.
Your lady's calling it welcome.
Try it.
And we have to have at least 6 or 7 of them. That's usually the amount Planty winds up having at some point. By accident, of course. Think you got some things?
Yeah.
High West sold out to Ambiguous Liquor Company and Old Expressions are worth. Oh, interesting. I hadn't seen that RX. Huh. Interesting. Feeling it? You got some thoughts?
Yep.
Okay.
I like it.
It's actually pretty good.
Everything is working together. I definitely taste the Amaro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
But it's pulled back. I think the rye, the spicy helps with that.
Yeah.
The bitters are adding that. Especially the orange one is coming through to me.
That one is. I was a little. It was weird when I was using these for the first time. For some reason, it was not the normal stream I was expecting.
Oh, that happens to all of us.
As we get older.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like, well, I don't think that's it. So I added a little bit. So that one, I might have been a little heavy-handed on that one when that one came out.
That's okay, though.
I mean, I like that one a lot.
I think that plays well with the Amaro.
Would agree.
But they really, that's just very smooth, I think, and very, very, very well balanced. All the notes in there play in harmony.
I would agree. Actually, this is way more balanced than I kind of even initially thought it was going to be, and I agree. I think I would probably look for possibly a different whiskey. I'd like for that to come out just a little bit more. So that would either be just back off and everything a little bit else by just a little bit so that it kind of comes out, or like I said, possibly a different whiskey that just brings a little more flavor to it. I'd like a little bit more of that because it feels to me it's like 60% of the other ingredients and then 40% of that. Like I said, so it's kind of, at least for me in the background. But overall, it's fairly well balanced. I still like a regular Manhattan better. I still like a regular Manhattan better, but I could see depending on. Okay, let me start again. I like a regular Manhattan better, but I can drink a Manhattan like pretty much any time. Like I can just have it as a cocktail, whatever else. This to me screams like I want to have this with food. I think because of the bitterness for some reason, like I'm still not as much of a huge fan of just that lingering, just bitter sitting there at the back of my tongue. So if I was eating something and drinking this, I think this would pair very nicely with a lot more stuff. Whereas like a Manhattan, like I can just be like, I'm going to have a Manhattan. I'm just going to walk around and have a drink or in the evening or whatever. Like
do yard work.
Yeah, exactly.
Work on the car.
When I'm working on the car. Exactly.
Yeah,
if I'm dropping the engine, putting it in the Hemi or something like that, getting things done. Working on my brake lines. The usual things you do when you're having a Manhattan. Socket wrench in one hand. Martini
Manhattan in the other.
Glass Manhattan in the other. But no, I honestly like this a lot. This is really good. I definitely probably think I like this better than when we made the Boulevardier, but I might like all of those drinks now because the Pronto Amaro is so much better. Like I appreciate that one much more. I think it's the right balance of not being too light. I still need to try Aperol and some of those other ones that are even on the lighter side. But like I said, Campari for me is just a little bit too bitter, whereas I think this one kind of makes a nice balance. And this one's a lot cheaper. Not to keep promoting this Trader Joe's Amaro,
true though.
It's like literally half the price, and it's like 80 to 90% of the way there. I think. But
and I think like you were saying, so different whiskey, or you could dial the components a little bit, but maybe even like a higher proof. Something coming through in there.
You had me at high proof.
I know 100. I know 101.
101's already pretty good, but
it's
still
not bad. But
I could definitely see that. Like one of the ones that I enjoyed like toward the end that I used a little bit in a few different. I did actually use in Manhattan was Wild Turkey. Also has their barrel strength, which is 115, and that one made that was like you'd only have probably one Manhattan. You were pretty good. So that definitely would have come through maybe a little bit more and had a little more viscosity to it, a little bit more body. So that might have added something. But I still think this is really delicious, and I'm excited that we're coming up and finding some more cocktails.
I like it
with things that we have mostly.
It's cocktail hour here at AboutBeverages.com.
What we have around the house, and what we have
even better.
What we have around the house, exactly.
Yes.
And what we also have at AboutBeverages.com are more recipes just like this, and reviews, and podcasts, and videos, and tastings. All those things. Go to the website if you want everything pretty much that we have ever done. If you only want the latest videos, shockingly, you can find all of those on YouTube. You can hit the subscribe button. You will get a notification when we put up some new stuff, usually a couple times a week, whether it's this full live podcast or, like I said, the little short one that we put up there as well, as long as some shorts and gaming things, all kinds of things. just hit subscribe. I'm sure you'll like it. And if you don't, you can just ignore it. But we'll be happy if you subscribe.
That's right.
If you only want audio, you can also go to Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. All of those places are excellent options for the on-the-go listener and consumer of About Beverages. Especially, actually, you can even go to some little social media things too.
Yeah, you can check out those 3 pillars of social media, which for us are TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And that's the one that we use most of all to keep you up to date on what is going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific. So when we get together and mix a beverage.
Yeah.
Or just open a beverage.
Sometimes just
pour it. Yeah, just pour it.
Sometimes we pour it.
We talk and have a lot of fun and just hang out and chat. Also, throughout the week, Andrew's going to keep you up to date on what he is doing in the gaming world and what refreshing beverage he will have by his side as he is doing that. So for all the latest about beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
You should give it multiple shots.
Multiple. That's right.
And that is a podcast.
Most
cross-pollination, all of those things. Thank you guys for hanging out this evening. I appreciate it. Let's see, I missed something. High West sold out. Let me read about that. High West partially sources from MGP. I mean, who doesn't these days? Blend from another source, and I think they ran out of whiskey that they used in the past and switched to a younger whiskey they produce. Oh, interesting. A lot of Oregon whiskeys here did the same thing and tried to doctor up high volume, low quality. Gotcha.
So
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, what's your favorite rye to use in a mix? If money is no object, it probably is the one. Like I said, not that one's super expensive, but I usually don't spend that much on a mixer. Was literally that Wild Turkey, that barrel proof, because it was around $47 to $50. But it was 115, 116 proof, and just really jumped out in any cocktail that you did, but not so over the top that was all you got, but it definitely, you knew that punch was there. So I enjoyed that. If I'm not using that, I would probably lean toward actually exactly what H. has put in chat, the Elijah Craig rye. I almost bought a bottle of that today. And Sazerac is also always a good option too. I think both of those are super solid rye mixing options. It's tough because you have to look to see if they make their own whiskey or source it. Yeah. That's a lot of this world today too with whiskey, is all these new manufacturers get going and they need to get something out initially. They can't wait 4 or 5, whatever, at least 2, if not 4 or 5 years to get something out. So it's like, okay, we're going to have to bring something in for a while till we actually have the stock that we're creating,
right,
kind of catch up to it. And then that flavor profile can be different, but visited Atlanta recently and have been on a Uncle Nearest kick. Oh, Uncle Nearest is always solid. I've had several different things of that over at HJ's place as well. What were you going to say?
No, so I sent you that. We started carrying the Rowan's Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Willet.
Mm-hmm. But you still have the Willet, though, right?
We still have the Willet. It's gone up, though. It's 63, but it's still a
But
good,
remember, I told you
price.
It's like 68 at Total Wine, though.
Yep. And also we started carrying Pinhook, but it's like I think maybe they're, I don't want to say basic, but they're entry-level bourbon. It's the orange color.
Oh, okay.
And we have that because we have it for 35.
Okay. Is that one? What's the proof on that?
It's still like 101 proof.
Okay.
Yeah. Surprising.
I literally have had maybe one other one, but just other than that one that we had. Rowan's Creek is nice. Yeah, that was what I said. What did you say was the price on that? I forgot.
We have it for 52.
Okay.
But because I looked up, we did a Pinhook comparison.
Oh, to the Stag
Stags.
Junior. Yeah.
But then I thought, didn't we have
we did
one
that
too?
What's that?
I thought we had another Pinhook as well, or maybe we just talked about it because I know
may have. I have not
Todd
bought another one.
Okay, maybe that was it. There was a green and white label one as well.
Yeah, I just had the purple wax one.
Okay.
Like a more affordable barrel select Jack. I'm trying to think. I actually just saw the other, so I was looking for kind of like mixer things today because I had run out of some of the mixers, and so I was kind of using some other whiskeys. I'm like, I don't want to keep dabbling into all these other ones that to make even though the drinks wound up being very delicious. Like I kind of need the mixer thing. So like I said, that was why I bought the Wild Turkey 101, which that's under $25. The Old Fitzgerald that I bought today, which was bottled in bond, that one was also still under 25. I think it was like 23. So that wasn't bad, but I almost tried, There's one that's made by Buffalo Trace, and I know HJ in chat will probably know what it is off top. But it's one that I've also seen going around because it's like one of those $20 ones. And it's like, not Bowman's. But it's got like a black label, but they have a bottled and bond one as well. And that one's like 100 proof. And that one's like kind of one, like there's like these kind of like the Evan Williams bottled and bond, the white label. There's like 4 or 5 of them that like, these are all the like, hey, this is good for this price. It's not Benchmark. Thank you. Yes. Benchmark. That was the other one. I almost bought that today. And then I was like, no, I like Old Fitzgerald. So I wanted that instead.
Well, if you do get to Costco and it's still there, they have the Kirkland 1792.
Oh yeah,
bottled and bond.
That's
at least
right.
at ours.
That's
the
right.
one by us. So
it was the bottled and bond one they had. But didn't they also have the?
They had the single batch.
Okay.
But they don't have that one anymore. But that was 18. But they have the bottle and bond one now.
Because that one was really good.
Yeah, we did. I think we did that for a podcast.
We did. Yeah, we liked that one. I remember going back and buying a couple more.
Because we said it was good enough to sip, but also at a 1 liter for a 1 liter bottle, it was a good price, obviously for mixing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, I mean that's the thing with some of those other ones too. Like even the like the Weller Special Reserve and stuff. Like if you actually found those things at the prices they're supposed to be at, like those are great whiskeys too. But it's just unfortunately they're always either hard to find or you can't do it. Or like the Kirkland Bottle and Bond.
You got to get there.
If I go this weekend before the get together, do you want a bottle, HJ? If I go, I'm not sure. I think I might be going on Saturday morning to pick up stuff for the festivities that you claim you're coming up for.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
Oh.
I don't like to get my hopes up.
Sounds like you're calling him out.
I don't like to get my hopes up.
H&J.
But I could pick up a bottle.
Well, I hope so. Hope we get to see them. It's been a little, oh yeah, because they
need to go for it.
Able to make it to the last gathering.
There's only so much they can take of me.
You know it. Okay. You know that you should get one, or you know that they'll be here.
I don't know.
Or both.
Which one of the answer could
you
be
know
both.
it? Just it's everything.
Aren't those cherries so good?
You know it. Yeah, they are.
You know it.
You know it. On our own. Ghostbusters 2.
That's what I was thinking of.
Too hot to handle.
Too cold to hold.
You call the Ghostbusters and the in control.
There's something, and then they say, grab your proton packs, and they split.
Yeah.
We're on a mission.
Try to battle the Vigo, the master of Eagle. Battle my
boys. Did they even mention Vigo?
That's not legal. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was saying that?
Bobby Brown.
Was that Run DMC?
Bobby Brown.
Oh, okay. Given our track record, don't want to jinx it. Okay. Yeah, I don't either.
So
that's
saying get one.
That's right. I will. Okay.
Go bib.
All right.
Go bib or go home.
Go bib or go home. Yeah, I know. Like I said, my wife liked that one quite a bit too. Especially at that price. That was nice. Like, oh, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do a pour like you do.
You just leave it right on the counter. So that's what she sees. It's like the lightning rod.
It is. Yeah, no, that would actually is a good one. Then I can like not have her look at all the other things.
Drawn to that one. Oh.
Although I didn't get to show it on here. I should have grabbed it while I was out there. I did pick up while I was at Total Wine today. They had the Metallica Blackened, the 72 Seasons Edition. I showed that to Keith earlier where it's got the yellow like label on there and all that stuff. Darn it, Keith, I was going to say that. So I was able to pick up one of those too. They only had like 2 of them left. And I had seen them advertised and I was like, I don't, initially in like flyers. And I was like, I don't need to pick it, but if, actually like order one. But I was like, oh, well, if it's right in front of my face and I have a gift card, I went for it. So that was
in front of my face plus gift card equals purchase.
Yeah, that went together. Plus Metallica. Like, yeah, it just all just kind of came together.
It's a mathematical equation.
It is this plus this equals this. Did you try this year's Ardbeg yet? I have not. That's one I actually have bookmarked for some. That was some of the scotches. Like, I don't think I've ever had anything from them, and I have wanted to RX because I know we've either talked about it at some point or someone else in chat has brought that up at some point. And I was like, yeah, I need to try some stuff. Like I said, from that distillery. Maybe we've had one thing from Ardbeg, but I don't believe so.
Doesn't sound familiar, but we've been doing this for a lot of years.
We have been doing this for a lot of years.
There's a lot of beverages under the bridge.
True. Anthony Kiedis is down there as well.
Under the bridge.
You remember that? The running of that?
Yeah, of course.
He was doing his Tom Cruise impersonation.
Yeah.
Is where I drew some blood. What are you thinking about for next week?
Well, we still have the things we passed on for this week.
Yeah, so what?
Those are around. And who knows what might pop up in the interim. But we could revisit the sparkling water. We could do...
Scotch.
Yeah, we could do that. Zinfandel. We could do that if you want.
That definitely, you know how much I love a good Zinfandel. It's like I said, that always intrigues me. Is there, what's the excitement on that one, or what's, besides it just being in the flyer?
I haven't, one of my coworkers bought one and he did not get to try it. No, it's another good friend. So.
Amaretto sour. See, already right there.
Sours.
I sent my version of what I think of an amaretto sour is that I would like, because Heavy Vapors is great. I don't know if I've heard of them. Is that actually a beverage? That could be something else. I've got the Heavy Vapors.
I've got the Vapors.
I've got the Black Lung Pop.
I'll stop you if I get the Vapors.
I sent Planty a TikTok of, since they're always talking about amaretto sours, and it was like what I would pick for that, because it was, whatever, kind of the sour mix or lemon, whatever you want to go for with that. The amaretto, which like
a drop of amaretto.
Yeah, like for Planty, like that was it. The Disaronno's, what he's always, isn't that the one that's popular? It's like that's the one.
Yeah,
they're always talking about. And whatever else has been there, but then the added thing was there was bourbon in there.
Okay,
it was like called I can't remember what was it called, but it was like basically like a cowboy. It was like a cowboy amaretto.
We used to have one at work
that.
that was like $8 or $9, but we don't carry one anymore. So
I think so. This is one of those weird. This is going to sound weird for something that I normally like. Also, the amaretto would be a little bit from I'd be like a little scared of that as well, because that is not something I would normally gravitate toward. Even though it's kind of a Godfather thing, though. I think that's like an Italian. Like I've seen that with there's like an amaretto thing. But anyway, I think that's one thing where it's like if something I'm not sure how much I'm going to like it, I feel like I really want it to be quality, because I worry that if you buy a lesser amaretto, like I'm not saying spend hundreds of dollars, but it's like if there's a difference between like, oh, we can buy this $8 amaretto thing, or we can buy this $20. Like I'd be like, let's get the $20 one, because at least let's hope, even if we don't like it, we knew that we tried and got the one that's popular, good, whatever else. Like I feel that's one of those things you don't skimp on if you normally don't like those things.
We'll get the Kirkland version. I'm just kidding.
I mean, Kirkland puts out some decent stuff.
Yeah, no,
like
absolutely, of course.
I don't mean to be rude, but I have bought some Kirkland gin before, and it's not bad.
Oh no, we tried it.
Yeah, we have done it. It's not bad. It's an interesting London Dry / Old Tom gin kind of thing going on.
Yep.
Nonino, Amaro, and done. Out. Just a sweet liqueur, not scary. See, we definitely have some here. There you go.
So HJ is going to supply the Amaro for our Amaretto Sour.
You mean the Amaretto part, not the Amaro part?
I think I said Amaretto.
Oh, okay.
It was a weird saying of that.
Right. But we'll get Keith an Uber. It's fine.
The Amaretto Sour.
We've had so many non-alcoholic things.
I know,
except for this last one.
All the Amaretto.
There's a lot of those things.
All those things.
I wish I had a Costco near me. I wish you did too. Like I said, Costco is pretty amazing, even with stuff that is not Kirkland branded, because they get so many different things in. It is pretty fantastic. All right, so we've got some ideas for next week.
We do
a hodgepodge. Like I said, thank you guys all for coming in.
Speaking of hodgepodge,
wow! Oh my god, I actually didn't even realize I did that.
Okay,
I didn't.
I like that.
I like that you realized that though, because you're amazing. We're gonna go say hi to Haji right now. Haji's playing some Diablo 4, of course. He's playing a little barbarian. He's super nice. He's always hanging out in chat. Really good guy. Plays a variety of games. Plays some Lego Star Wars with his wife on stream, which is cool. Plays Diablo, plays Destiny. Just finished up, what was it? The Jedi Fallen Order game. Lots of good stuff. So we're going to say hi to him. Feel like I had a friend who used to mix Amaretto and Pepsi and said it tasted like Dr. Pepper. I could see that.
Okay.
I go to Serrano because it's not made with almond. Partner is allergic to tree nuts, so he can't have it. Oh, see, there you go. Okay. So Disaronno is made with what then?
Artificial almonds.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Which is actually peanuts. I don't know.
That's right.
What's your what do you use for your artificial almond? Peanuts.
Peanut.
That's what I use. Okay. I was wondering about that. So is that why when you go out, Planty, like you get the Amaretto sours, she's like, finally I can get the real stuff. I've been saddled with this guy over here. Can't even get anything that I'm looking for. Can't get the real almonds. Thought they were all almond based. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Apricot kernel oil. Interesting. I love this. Thank you for coming in and giving the information.
Cherry Balkan almonds.
What?
That's from
Please tell me that's from something.
Frasier.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's when
I've never seen that show. What is that on?
Yeah, right. You've never watched that whole show.
You've
never gone through the whole series. When Niles is finally getting close to telling Daphne, but then she starts dating Donnie.
We're there right now.
And he's like, oh, what is that scent?
And
Niles says cherry bark and almonds.
That's right.
That's tough to say. Actually. Yeah,
that's true. Oh my gosh. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. Like I said, he will be here next week. Like I said, so just mark your calendars for that because that's who everyone actually wants to see anyway. If you want to stop by and see me, like I said, I'll be on tomorrow, usual time, 8 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, there goes the blurry thing.
There we go. 11 o'clock Eastern, probably playing some Diablo as well. So if you want to know what that game looks like and haven't seen it before somehow, but came into this stream, you can find out that tomorrow, or you can go see Haji right now. We're going to go raid because he's super nice. He recently found out, hopefully not because of poisoning failed. And on that note, we're going to go say hi to Haji. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. Like I said, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your evening. Oh my God, the music started right.
Have a good night, everyone. We will see you, or I'll see you next week.
That's right. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.